What's up, world? It's your boy, Coach EV, aka EV the Geeker, and welcome to another episode of Talkin Hoops in the Sip. We are back. Man, there's been a lot of people been asking, man, when you gonna do a show? When you gonna do a show? When you gonna do a show? Okay, we here. We doing a show. Make sure you share it. Get people on. We talking to Dandy. We got to catch up. We've already had several weeks of high school basketball, college week in full effect. So make sure you share on all platforms here. We on Facebook today, Twitter, YouTube. So it's no excuse. We're gonna talk Dandy, players. Before I get going, you know what I got to do. This show is brought to you by Tatum and Wade Law Firm, located at 124 East of Meade Street, right here in Jackson, Mississippi. Tatum and Wade are real lawyers who get real results. I said, if you want to get paid, you need to go to Tatum and Wade. Tundy Wade is my guy. He has done a lot for the community, a lot for the state of Mississippi, and just take the time to shout him out even more. Always willing to sponsor. I mean, you see Tatum and Wade on all type of things, state championships. Tatum, Joe Tatum and Tundy Wade do a phenomenal job. Tundy Wade, for years, he's the director and founder of Team SIP United, newest men's boys basketball AAU program in the state. He's back involved, used to be with the Jackson Tigers. So we wanted to take a little time to just acknowledge Tundy Wade and all that he's done for the state. We say salute to you, my brother. All right, we'll be having other guys come on throughout the night, but let's introduce our regulars from C. Jones Ball and Business Show. My guy, the mouth of the North in Memphis and North Mississippi, Cordarius Jones. What up, Cord?
What's going on, EV?
Man, good to have you back. Also, from Mississippi Play Sports, runs the largest youth league in the state, possibly one of the top in the country. My guy, he's back from hibernation. He's taking a break from hibernation. He's actually is hibernating right now because it's wintertime, but he decided to come out. He'll go back in the morning. The easy one, Eddie Young. What's up, easy one?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Oh, man, great. Listen, man, we got a lot to talk about, man, as far as the dandy and all of that type of stuff. Let me see what's going on my stuff. I appreciate some of y'all letting me know. I'm trying to see what's going on as far as my Facebook gig. It's supposed to be on, and it is not on. You're right, Corey. It is not on, and I don't know why that is. It's showing that it's on my. I know why. I'm on the wrong one. I'm on the I gotta get out of one to go to the other one.
Hey, tighten up now.
Remove. I was on my other one, Corey. So okay, hold on. So I should be on that for the Facebook. So here we go. Let me know if you're on Facebook. Say if you just give me a comment saying we see you. Twitter the same thing. I know we should be going on the Twitter piece, then on YouTube as well. So anyway, guys, listen. Let's talk about the dandy. Let's talk about the dandy. We got our guys We got our guys, Shoes Johnson, in the mix. What up, Shoes? Can you hear Shoes? Well, he'll be on just here shortly. So anyway, easy one. Let's talk about. You got your list. Let's talk about. Let's go right into it. First of all, before we get into Shoes, can you hear me, baby? Shoes got some of these people. We got to get into better phones. If you don't have an ATT, Verizon, T-Mobile, stuff like that, I would encourage you to do. You can't have. It's going to be hard for you to have bumpity bump or Cricket, Boost Mobile. I don't even know if they do Boost Mobile anymore. Are you on Boost Mobile, Cord, or which one are you on?
Oh, AT&T, man.
Oh, okay, cool. I just was trying to see. Eddie, which one are you on? Elephant Express. I mean, what are you on? What are you? Which one you do? Alibaba.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, one of them.
Cool. All right. Hey, let me ask you. Let's go into the girls real quick. Let's talk about surprise teams this year. Surprise high school teams. Who are some of the surprise high school teams this year for you, Eddie?
I don't know if anybody's really standing out. I think for the most part, who I kind of projected to be good is good. I'll tell you a team that I knew would be a top 5 team. I think is even better than what I thought, and that's Laura's loaded, man, with the transfers that they got in, and their style of play, the way they getting up in you and defending and guarding. I think could compete for a state championship at any class. I know they 5A. If I'm not, did they move up to 6A? Did they go to 6A? Did Laura?
What about Shoes? Is Laurel 6A or what are they?
I think they 5.
Okay, so Laura stayed at 5.
I
Ken
think
went
they
to
went
6.
to 5.
Yeah, that's right. Laura
Ken went
at
to
5.
6.
Ken went to 6. So I think that they're good enough to compete at any level. They got everything you need. They don't really have any weaknesses, and so there. If there was a surprise so far early for me, I think it would probably be them being a little bit better than what I thought.
Not right now. They stand at 6-1. Their only loss coming to Luxie, 44-36. Everybody else they've handled pretty well. They beat Heidelberg by 30. They beat Canton by 30. They beat Hattiesburg by 30 plus. They beat Jefferson Davis County by 50. They beat West Jones by 40. And they beat somebody NJHS 65-8. So it sounds like they are
Probably Northeast Jones or somebody like that.
Yeah, they beat them by a lot, and so they are a team. What about you, Corey? Anybody up north that you see as you see teams up north that's a nice little gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right down the road.
Not too many. I see Boonville done reloaded with some transfers. They're playing really well with addition of Rayleigh Jones and the Lamaya Salford. Um, I think Independence, they always solid every year. They seem like they playing some solid basketball up there in 3A. Uh, Harrison Central with the addition of Parkland Floyd, they're gonna be a team to watch in 7A that don't nobody really probably know about it as of yet. But once they go deep and you get into their state run, you're gonna see a lot of Harrison Central. And
So you
Madison,
went down to the Gulf Coast.
yeah, I just been watching them and Madison Central as well, because they got some big wins. So I get them a nod, give them a shout.
Yeah, that's the team right there. And watching, to be honest with you, that has really they've come on, and they jumped out to a 7-0 start, beating Hoover. out of state team, which is really, really good as far as uh, Alabama goes. They've been Hoover has been a top 25 team nationally in the past. And Madison Central beat them by 2 at the Rumble at Snacks event, the Rumble in the Jumble, which was held at Madison Central back on November 8th. Eddie, talk to us a little bit. You were at that game, if you would, and talk to us and let us know if you got your stuff together and tell us how they got that done.
The Madison Central and Hoover game is a real good game, man. Hoover jumped out first quarter. I think it was like 14-2. It looked like they were going to run away with it, to be honest with you. And Madison Central, came out in the second half. And
with your camera, there you go.
All right, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I hear you great.
Okay. Yeah. So second half, Hoover kind of stayed in their zone, and Madison Central got 2 of the better shooters in the state. So eventually, they started to hit some shots. Lele Bolden hit a couple of shots, had a few threes, and then I think she might be even banked one off the glass. And man, they just got rolling. And Carly Robinson, the magician, got to orchestrating, the offense, man, and did what she did and show why she's one of the best point guards in the state of Mississippi, one of the best point guards in the country. And so they just, the big kid got in foul trouble for Hoover. The one I think she coming back from a knee injury, and she got in foul trouble. And to be honest with you, it was one of those games where, down the stretch, everything kind of went Madison Central way. And they made the shots and made the plays, man. So it was a big win for them and a good win for Mississippi to get that win. So
what's Madison's record now, Eddie? Y'all know Madison's record.
They're 7-0.
Okay.
And then they had a great win. I know Coach Brent's supposed to be on a little later. I know he was at that game. Follow me, Coach Brent. He's known as follow me now. He was at that game, and as Madison Central beat Northwest Rankin in an elite matchup in overtime. And so they're playing. Jaleesa Taylor's doing a good job with, I know they brought in some transfers. They had some staple kids that was there. And then would you say, Eddie and Cord, I want you to jump in on this. If you had to take the top 2 shooters in the state, Bolden and Benson, where would they rank in your top 5 or top 3? That tandem right there.
Definitely top 3.
Well, who else do we think of that can be in that conversation just off the top of our head? I know we didn't prepare for that. A tandem who can really shoot. I'll think of a tandem.
My take in Mississippi, we just don't have a lot of really good shooters. We don't have a whole lot of good shooting teams, to be honest with you. I think we see that a lot. I think we talk about that a lot in the summer when we go and travel all over the country and see some of these other states. Just seems like they prep and prepare to shoot the basketball a lot better. But Bolden and Benson definitely, to me, I think are probably one of the better tandems. And they the type of kids that they can get, 3-4 in a row. Like, Lele, she'll get 3 or 4 threes in a row. She might miss 1 or 2, but then same thing with Benson. Benson hit the big shot to send the Northwest Rankin game into overtime. So, shooting wise, I would say they probably would be, to me, if you ask that question without me giving a whole lot of thought, probably the 2 best, at least top 2 or 3 in the state tandem. I can't think of anybody else right now offhand. Corey, you can answer. I know you up north and maybe some teams up north that's got a tandem, but yeah, they definitely would be up there for sure.
I can't think of any up north on top right now.
I tell you, a tandem. I think of Gordon. It's Gordon. You're not thinking. It's a couple of one of your favorite players. You texted me about earlier.
Oh yeah, Henley Cisco and Kaylee Estes is a really good tandem. Okay,
Yeah,
that slipped me. That slipped me from Walnut. Walnut got a really good shooting group. You right about that. I give you that.
Yeah.
Belmont got a really good shooting group with Brooke and Bennett. Um,
And if anybody else has, just type in the chat right now. If you see another tandem that can really shoot it. Now we're talking about shooters, people who can shoot
Kaylee Nix can fill it up by herself. So she's a tandem alone. You
it.
know, so you know, they
Keith,
just
are
me
you
adding
still
that
with
in.
me? Because I see you got two things. Eddie, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. So that just came to my mind. Obviously, another team, going back to the teams, we can't talk about, right now, the team, the best girls team right now, to me, until they get knocked off, would have to be Starkville.
They ain't getting knocked off. How you gonna knock them off?
Starkville just, is loaded. Have you watched them play this year, Corey?
Yeah, I watched them play on who I watched them play. It was I forgot.
Talk to us
But I
about
watched them play.
talk to us
They're top 25 team in the country, I
Oh,
think.
Tishomingo. I watched them play Tishomingo. They're definitely a top 25 team in the country.
Go through some of their players.
I mean, I'll list to me
B,
the
can
lowest.
you hear me, B?
Go ahead, Corey.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You got Zaria Brown, Big Three, Jada Gay, and Jay Brown. I mean, that's a big three. You just all three Division I kids, man. It's tough.
Yeah, and then you got Logan. You got Jay. What's the Jay Brown, the kid that transferred? That's got D1. Had the plethora of Division I opportunities, and then Yasmin. Yasmin. Help me with her last name. Yeah. So you got her, and then so they deep. They deep. I mean, they got three kids that are 6'2" or taller. So, and again, just not a whole lot of weaknesses. And then Zaria Brown is a power forward commit. So yeah, they loaded, man. A lot of talent, and again, they could be a team. I think that could run the table. And maybe finish the season with one loss or undefeated. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they don't have any blemish.
Another shooting tandem, Meg Moore and that crew, they got a really good shooting tandem. So
Yeah, man,
I gotta give them
shoot the basketball.
Yeah.
Shoot, let's take a quick pause. What are some boys teams right now that has really impressed you this year so far?
Well, of course, Starkville and Germantown have both jumped out really strong. They bumped out strong, and Gulfport and Biloxi were expected to be good. All four of those have really, held sway as where they were how they were supposed to look. Two big surprises to me. MRE has jumped out and been really good. Got some good wins. I watched them 2 or 3 times the last week or so. Watched them up at the Lighthouse. I mean, Eric Jr., Dampier Jr. is playing great. Man, he's passing the ball extremely at an extremely high level, making a lot of great passes that you didn't see that in his game before now. So they've been a big surprise. They kind of wavered a little last year, but they've come back out strong. And down on the coast, West Harrison has jumped out and been really surprisingly strong down there. They've jumped out to about 7 or 8-0 with Jeff Norwood, the former coach at Tupelo, former Southern Miss assistant. He's got them playing at a high level. They got a lot of guard play. They got a junior guard that's getting. I'm hearing a lot about. They got a little size. They got some size, 6'8" and 6'5". They're supposed to be getting another kid off the football field. So, they've been a big surprise down that way. So those two have been really big surprises to me. Around here, another team that's been a surprise has been Murr. Murr's jumped out to like an 8-1 record.
My boy Jeremy, 9-1. Jeremy Caldwell.
9-1. They playing well. I watched. They got a big win at Raymond last week. Went to Canton last night. I think they went to Canton and got a win last night. I think that game was at Canton. They got a win. They beat Canton last night. He's got them playing. He got them playing really, really well up this way. Both those two 7A districts look like there's going to be a lot of back and forth between, Starville, Germantown, Murr, Madison. You down on the coast, you got Gulfport, Biloxi, West Harrison. That's going to the 7A looks pretty competitive this year. Really competitive this year.
Let's talk about two things. There's something I wanted to do, and I just hadn't gotten. There's a lot of things I want to do. I didn't get done so far, with me coaching and stuff. Still in the media space, but
losing weight, that's one of them.
Yeah.
I'll take a shot at you there, Evie. I'll take a shot at you, Evie.
Hey, listen, I'm not tripping on the shot. I need that shot. I need that. Thank you for encouraging me. But when we look at the boys, and I want to look at boys and girls in the state of Mississippi, when is the last time we had two elite bigs like Eric Dampier and Sam Funches? Eric Dampier at 6'9", and then we got Sam Funches, Eric Dampier, Sam Funches 6'10". Eric Dampier 6'10", Sam Funches 7 feet. Then on the girls' side, we have 6'5" Zanaya Johnson and 6'5" Sanaya Murray, Zanaya Johnson, Big Z, and then Sanaya Murray at Harrison Central. When is the last time, Shoes, have we had all four of those are Power 5 kids? We have to say Sam, who committed to Gonzaga, had plenty of Power 5 offers, so he's a P5, P4 kid. When is the last time the state had a tandem on the boys' side and on the girls' side like that?
Well, boys' side and girls' side, I might have stretched thinking with the girls matched up with the boys, but I think a couple of times we had a pair of high-level bigs in the state. I'll go way back to Othello Harrington and Eric Dampier. Played against each other in the dream game.
Obviously, both of them. Let's stay right there. Let's talk about that. Eric Dampier Sr., who obviously is the dad, and then you got Othello Harrington. Othello Harrington, 12 to 14-year NBA career. Eric Dampier, 16-year career. Who do you have? Who's the best? I think it's obvious. Well, I don't know. I wasn't here. But I think it's obvious Othello may have been the better high school player. But if you put all of it together, high school, college, and pro, who gets the edge and why?
I've always been a big Othello fan. But, Eric's, I would get an edge to Eric simply because of the pro career. He never was, he had some really, really good moments, big moments in the league. Got big payday, so and he had a good career at Mississippi State. Othello, their college careers probably were similar, Othello and his, because Othello was at Georgetown and he really ended up being more of a role. His freshman year, he was really good. He was the key to the team. Then Allen Iverson came in and everything changed. So, and he and Eric's college careers probably were similar. They were, the supporting guys, the rock in the middle, but not a guy that did a great deal of scoring for their college teams. But then Eric, they got to the pros, and Othello stuck around a long time, but I don't think he ever had the juice in the pros that Eric did. So I guess based on the fact that Eric's pro career, the way his pro career went, I would get the nod to Eric, even though, coming out of high school, you wouldn't have said that.
Eddie, are you back with us?
They both going blank.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out, are they I know they Cord, you with us?
Hey, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yep, I'm here.
You kind of like the echo I'm hearing.
Oh, it's an echo.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got us on this crappy service. I don't know what I need to do.
Man, why did we ever go to StreamYard? Why did you leave them? Why did you leave other stuff?
StreamYard is one of the top platforms. I apologize if you guys have crappy stuff. But Eddie, talk to us about the question was, when's the last time in the state that we had two bigs like Eric Dampier punches on the boys' side, and Big Z and Janiyah Johnson from Biloxi and Sanaa Murray from Harrison Central on the girls' side? Who are some other tandems today on the girls?
You had a top 50, top 40 kid, ESPN top 40, top 50 kid in Daphne White, 6'5". She was recruited by several P4 kids. I don't know if that was
signed with Mississippi State.
Signed with Mississippi State out of high school. Daphne was putting up some crazy numbers back in the day. I mean, she was putting up some Will Chamberlain type numbers, 50 points and 40 rebounds, 30 rebound games. I mean, she was legit. And then Amber Gaston, if you're talking about post players, Amber, I think ended up going to Florida Atlantic, but she had a lot of interest from some and was being recruited by some P5 at that particular time. But Amber was probably about 6'3", 6'4", Daphne 6'5". So that's probably the last time that I can remember that we had a tandem comparable to Zanaya and Sanaya. However, again, Amber might have been a top 150 kid, and Daphne was a top 50 kid, whereas Sanaya and Zanaya are both top 20, top 25 kids. So I would say the tandem is probably a little bit better with those two, and their upside is a lot better, I would probably say at this point. But that's, because we just hadn't had a whole lot of tandems like this, with girls of that size and that magnitude and national attention like that. To be honest with you, probably got to go back to the early 2000s when you had some nationally ranked kids that high on the girls' side, and that's got to go back to Barrett them days, shoes and
Yeah, and if I can give you a more recent time when we had boys, that would have been in the 2000s. We had Jackie Butler, Travis Outlaw, and I want to say Al Jefferson was around at the same time. All three of those were around about the same time.
I know Al Jefferson. Hey, go on mute real quick for
Okay.
me when we're talking, because I think you're the one that's okay. Yeah. And then when you get ready to speak, just come on. You're fine. Al Jefferson and Jackie Butler were definitely around, because I remember I was recruiting at the time.
And Travis Outlaw was at the same time as them also.
I think Travis was a little older and came out 1 or 2 years before they did. Because when I came down, I remember coming to watch Al Jefferson and Jackie Butler the same year. I think they were two. I think. We have to check them, but he was around the same time. Eddie, are you on mute? Because I can hear the echo.
Yeah, Travis Outlaw got to be like early 2000s, maybe 90 something, 99 is right, 98, 2000.
No, Travis was like 2004, 3 or 4.
And Al Jefferson, I know he like 05, 06 range.
Y'all make me pull the stuff up.
05, 04. Got to be 04, 05 range. Came out of high school.
So. Y'all gonna make me break out my drive.
Hey, that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to have all that stuff there. Hey, well, let's do this, man. We wanted to at least give some teams. I think we hit on the girls and boys, Northwest ranking girls. I think they jumped off to a 5-2 start. So far, they had a Boonville loss, and they lost to Madison Central. They're another good team. These are all teams we feel that can potentially have a state championship run. Any schools like the Ingomars of the world, the smaller schools. I know on the boys' side, shoes, Piney Woods is a team that is one to be reckoned with. Talk to us a little bit about Piney Woods. I know they got a 6'5" left-hander kid. left-handed kid over there from Uganda. I don't know where.
They got a bunch of kids. They've got a number of foreigners. They've got a big 6'5" kid from that transferred in from New Orleans. The Gibson kid, Le'Veon Gibson. He's 6'5" combo guard. They've got Z Kim. I can't pronounce them boys' names. The Kim kid that was there last year. He's a 6'4", 6'5" combo guard. Then they've got the 6'6", got a 6'6" kid that's from France. He plays forward for them. Those are their three main guys. They are low. They actually had the Sanders kid transfer. Norris Rankin is out there playing now also. He's about 6'3" or 6'4". So they are a long range team, athletic team that can probably play with a number of the bigger schools this year. They got to be considered one of the front runners for the one. But they're not very good. They might not be very good this year. I never count our biggest bill. They just seem to have athletes. So, but Pineywood has a strong group. They've got off to like a 6-0, 7-0 start. They haven't played any of the big boys yet. They got I think they got a couple that they beat Forest Hill pretty handily when they played them. They played
Provine.
Just like they beat Provine also pretty good. Yeah. So they've come out playing really well. And you gotta put them a favorite.
They're well coached by a veteran, former college coach Yusuf Fitzgerald. He's also a Piney Woods alum. Matter of fact, Yusuf was the Mississippi Association JUCO Coach of the Year back in whenever he was there in Hines. So they're getting good coaching. And shout out to our guy Yusuf, Seth. So anyway, those are some of the teams we want to just go on. Now we want to get to what everybody's been waiting for, the Dandy Dozen list. So we're going to start with the girls, and then we'll go to the boys. We'll just read what I want to do is we want to read all of the kids who got on the list, and then and then we'll start talking about snubs, potential snubs. First of all, let me say this. So I want to make this clear, and I need everybody to really tune in here because I've gotten I've gotten some messages. Eric Vaughn, that's me, aka EV the Geeker, aka Coach EV, aka Pastor EV, had absolutely nothing to do with the Clarin Ledger Dandy Dozen. Michael Chavez, who is the writer who publishes it, I've never met him that I can think of. I've never talked to him. He's never messaged to me. I had zero thing to do with it. I almost said influence because I can't say on the influence side because I can't say that he didn't go and look at my website and look at players. But as far as EV having a conversation, I don't have anything to do with the Dandy Dozen list. I haven't had anything to do with it. And so when people message me and say, what's the criteria? I want to know that question too. That's a question I would like to have answered. What is the criteria? Let's talk about it. Shoes, you've been around a lot longer than I have around here. Is it, my question is it college offers? Is it college commitments? Is it high school stats? I do know that the Dandy Dozen list doesn't have the same bite that it had maybe 5 to 10 years ago. But what is the criteria? And at the end of the day, in all fairness, it would be great, to be honest with you, if someone like myself or the guys on this show had influence. Because when you look at the people that go around and watch basketball, you're looking at the people right now that pretty much are connected at every level in the state. Now, I'm not saying we're the only ones. There are others. But it should be people who have either played the game, who's either evaluated the game at a high level, and who's coached the game. So that's my 2 cents. But I don't have anything to do. I wanted to make it clear for me. But Shoes, what's the criteria?
Let me say something. Let me go backtrack a minute here, guys. Butler and Outlaw were 2003. Al was 2004. Just so I want to backtrack on those guys' names we talked about. But now to come back to the Dandy Dozen, EB, I have no idea what the criteria is. I don't think there is a set criteria. I mean, I've dealt with the guys doing it over the years. It had more validity in the past than now, I think, because you saw those guys at games when Rod Walker and Tar Kelly, and even the guy I can't think of his name they call intern was doing it. They were around. Heck, even when Courtney Cronin was doing it, she was around. You saw her at games, So they had more. It had more validity then because you felt like the people at the Clarence Ledger doing it really knew, put some time in and knew what they were talking about. And I'm not saying the people now don't know, but like you say, you don't ever see them at games, so you wonder what they do, what they're if they know what they're talking about, because you never see them at games. So I'm not saying that I disagree with the list, or I don't think they got the right guys, and there's always going to be somebody get left off that's worthy of being there. There's only 12 slots. So it's going to always be somebody that misses that we know are just as good as those guys that made it. But I just, even when Todd and them were doing it and I was around them, I never knew exactly what the criteria was, that there was a set criteria. It's kind of a moving target just based on that group of kids, on that group of kids of that year. Because every year the kids are different.
Eddie, what's your thoughts on the criteria and what Shoes had to say, and your thoughts on what you've known from the girls' side of things?
I think the Clarence Ledger Dandy Dozen is a shit show right now. To be completely honest with you, like Shoes said, when Todd Kelly and Rod Walker and those guys, when they did it in the they really took their time. Even as it pertains to the way they publicized, but the Clarence Ledger has some internal issues. They change editors every year. With now social media, I remember back in the day when you would go to the newspaper stand and you would spend that 75 cents or 50 cents Monday through Saturday. And on Sunday, it was $1.50, and you would get that newspaper. And even then, when it was hard copy stuff, it was a lot of time and effort that was put into it. Going back to what you said, Evie, I have had influence on the Dandy Dozen in the past, and they've reached out to me several years. I think one of the guys on the panel has referred me to these people before. But just to give you an idea of it, man, it's just, to me, I think it's a complete shit show with what they have going on at the Clarence Ledger with trying to keep that newspaper alive in itself. So that publication, like you guys said, don't have the same weight that it used to hold. And again, when you're in situations like that, at least try to reach out to the people that can maybe help you, that are what you call, quote unquote, the basketball minds. But the criteria today, I couldn't say, because again, I'm not influential in it anymore. And I don't have any desire to, me personally, I don't have any desire to have any influence on the list anymore. It's just too much problems, too much headache. Like you say, you gonna always leave somebody off. You always have someone mad with you. So I don't know what the criteria is for me if I was over it. And when I had influence on the list, my picking order was college offers. We're trying to balance getting the best 12 players. And then body of work. If you got the body of work, you got the offers, and you consider, one of the top 12 players in the state, then that would be my criteria. But again, I have no idea because they don't know. They don't have any idea what they're doing, in my opinion. I do. With that being said, I do think the list. Well, I don't want to jump ahead because we'll talk about the list whenever you.
Let's go ahead. Let's go over the list. Go ahead, Cord. Cord, do you have the list in front of you?
Nah, I ain't got the list. I was just gonna say, shoot, I'm just gonna start doing my list.
Well, I
I'm
can
just gonna
get
start
to it.
doing my list. We're gonna do a Talkin Hoops list. We're gonna give out gift cards and T-shirts, and that's what we're gonna do. Cause man, there ain't no credibility to it as far as that. Kids shouldn't get too down in the dumps about it. Especially some of the big name hitters. Like you got kids that pound for pound, just really, really good kids, and just being left off the list is kind of discouraging because that shows like you really ain't watching basketball like that. As far as my opinion. But yeah, we can do our own list, give out some gift cards and shoes, give them T-shirts out or something. Send them a care package or something. Do something. Because at that point, I'm gonna tell you what. I know it's some guys out here floating around that's probably trying to get in folks' ears. There's a lot of sweaters out here that's trying to be in that lane. That's probably giving bad information. So, they're just how it go in the social media era.
I remember. Can y'all hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
I remember one year. Let me let the rabbit out the hat. All right. Jackson Alexander. You remember him? Shoes.
Yeah. Jackson Alexander.
Jackson. I'm gonna tell you how you remember Jackson. Clarence Ledger had so much turnover that particular year that they didn't put the Dandy Dozen list out until after Christmas. Jackson Alexander, who's now the beat writer for LSU, he had talked to you because he called me. He called me on a Tuesday night. And he said, I live in Flowood. Eddie, I heard you live in Flowood. Is there any way you can help me with the list? I met him at I met him at Buffalo Wild Wings. And him and I sat down and did the Dandy Dozen list that year. 2 weeks later, he was in LSU and took the job at LSU. And they had a new editor. So, man, they just cannot keep anybody at that, as an editor. I'm surprised Chavez is there. Kudos to him.
And I'll say this, Eddie, just like Chavez has been here for about 2 or 3 years, but shoot, he too busy working football right now to really put some time into doing a basketball than he does.
Right, for sure. For sure. No doubt.
He's been here for a minute, but he's spending all his time on football. They ain't got time to really put quality time into doing it than he does.
And it's unfortunate. Let's just put the elephant in the room. It's unfortunate. Obviously, 3 of the guys on here are associated with an AAU team. Obviously, Mississippi All In. I know you're associated shoes. You kind of travel with Team SIP on the boys' side. And, obviously people are going to say, well, man, you guys are biased, which I totally disagree with. I try to give kids the props that they deserve. I've always been that way. With that, I'm going to read the names of the young ladies who made the Dandy Dozen list, and just read them, and then we can talk about them. And I think I want to say this for the record. I think all of these young ladies are deserving, no question. So I want to make that clear. Good thing about video, you can go back and you ain't gonna be able to edit my video. I can always have the original. So I want to make it clear. All 12 of these young ladies are deserving. Now, I personally, EV, so you'll know this, I may have not had a couple of them on my list based on my criteria. I think some may have been more deserving. But at the end of the day, this is a good list. This is a good list. Kudos to you, Mr. Chavez. Although you probably hadn't seen hardly any of these girls play, whoever you got your information from, this is not a horrible list. I want to make that clear, in my opinion. But do I think there have been some obvious snubs? Yes, I do. But here's the list. Meg Barber, Jackson Prep, committed to Southern Miss. To me, that's a no-brainer. You're going to a mid-major school, you're a dandy dozen. That's my opinion. That's just simple. Let Meg Barber, 6'3", wiry, strong, knows how to play basketball. I'm happy to say I was her first offer, and I told her, I said, listen, I'm just offering you because it's a shame nobody else has offered you, but I guarantee you, once you get this offer, you're going to be getting other offers. The very next week, right after that, we talked and laughed about it. She got UAB. Like, it's a no-brainer. And so she ended up going and stayed down there with Missy Bilderback and Lauren Pittman and Jonathan Williams at Southern Miss. Next, Graceland Carmichael, Laurel. She's a no-brainer to me. Like she's a kid that should be. She's a low D1 prospect, high D2 kid. I understand. Kaylee's Walker, no-brainer. And I shouldn't get into no-brainer saying that, because now I got to say it about when I don't say no-brainer, you're going to be like, so let me cut the no-brainer off. But Kaylee's Walker, she's signed with Louisiana. It's simple. Rough and tough, power forward, young lady, is going to be very, very good at the next level. Meg Moore is a potential pro. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. At the 2028 level, she's already got all type of major Power 5 levels, offers from Oklahoma, Mississippi State, Ole Miss. She's the real deal. Kylie Truss, just, the epitome of consistency. Can really shoot the basketball, do a lot of great things. She's going to have a good college career. Carly Carew, 2028, one of the top 2028s in the state, already has a Southern Miss offer. Good size. A brother Brewer, I think is a former Dandy, if I'm not mistaken. If he wasn't a Dandy, he's at Southern Miss already. Then you have Sanaya Murray. I mean, 6'5", got pretty much every Power 5 school in the country. That's a lot of them. There's nothing to talk about. Olivia Smith signed with UT Martin. I mean, what are we talking about? Jada Gay. I think Jada Gay had probably one of the biggest summers since I've been back in Mississippi. Her recruitment went off the railings this summer, as far as it kind of reminded me of a couple of years ago when India Bowen went from 0 offers to 5, 6 offers. Now Jada didn't have 0 offers. She did have some offers, but I mean, her recruiting went through the roof, even garnering 2 Power 5 offers from Mississippi and Mississippi State. And to be honest with you, I think that she's that level of a kid, but she ended up, I think Missy Bilderback got 2 good in-state prospects as she went and committed to Southern Miss. Carly Robinson.
Shout out to India Bourne. Big shot against North Alabama. They
Sure
made ESPN top 10 plays.
It was number 8. She sure did, and she had 20. While we take that little segue course, she had 30 against Memphis in a UAPB upset. And number 2 player, she was the number 2 player behind Madison Booker in the 2023 class. That was the first year I started doing the ranking. It seemed like I got that one right. But anyway, Carly Robinson, Madison Central, has been doing it for years. She was district. She was all district at Madison Central in the 7th grade when she played with Tamika Brown. Legit player. She's already got Division I offer. Shamira Morton, the Seton Hall commit, in the Big East out there. And then arguably the best prospect in the state, in my opinion, Zaniyah Johnson, 6'5", from Biloxi. I believe Zaniyah Johnson is the most ready-made high school player. If I had to pick one high school player in the state of Mississippi that can go play at a college at like a Mississippi State, Ole Miss, South Carolina, Duke, Connecticut, if I had to pick one player in the state that could do that today, like December 3rd, 2025, today, is 6'5", Zaniyah Johnson. When she puts her hands up, she's 6'8", she's 6'9", unbelievable talent. She can defend on that level, I believe, right now. So that's your girls dandy dozen list. Before we go over the snubs,
I think Jada Gay in that conversation as well too.
She's not in
Jada
that. I don't think she's in the conversation of going and playing at Mississippi State and Ole Miss today and making that type of impact that Zanaya Johnson. In my opinion, I believe that she can play.
You didn't mention Sanaa. You didn't mention the Murray girl.
I did. You missed it.
Did you say Sanaa?
Yeah.
I didn't hear you say Murray. You talked about her earlier. I didn't hear you mention her when you were doing the list just then.
Yeah, I did. You were asleep. But anyway, you do stuff like that.
Did he mention her?
He mentioned her.
Hey, you know what, Shoes? I'm gonna tell you something. I hate to agree with him. I really hate to agree with that dude, but he did mention the Shoes.
Okay. Well, I missed in the row.
Let's go. Okay. Hey, Shoes.
I know if Eddie giving you credit, you did. If Eddie didn't give you credit, I was wrong. Because Eddie go, if you miss it, Eddie gonna get you.
Let's go ahead and talk about the snubs for the girls, and then we'll go to the boys. Corey, give me two names that you feel were snubs. We're not talking about who we replaced. We're just talking about, to me, in your opinion, the two top, not three, two top snubs, in your opinion.
Two top snubs. I want to go three, but I go two.
Go ahead. I'll let you go three because I probably know who you're going to say for your third one.
The three no-brainer top snubs, I don't understand how they're not on the list at some point. I think we got to go against the grain. Kaylee Nix is when we go against the grain, she's the hottest name, hottest prospect. You got Ava Young. You just said, the criteria. Do you want to commit?
That's my criteria. I don't know what theirs is, honestly.
Well, I guess you talking about top 12. We got to go. That's just me. Then you got Zaria Brown. That's Ole Miss commit. I just don't see how they don't make it. But I understand the Kaylee Nix situation. She's young. She got time. The thing about I seen her mom post that Kaylee Nix didn't even know what a Danny dozen is. So at this point, hey, it is what it is, huh? So
Eddie, who are your top three snubs?
Ava Young, right off the rip, that was just, her body of work, man, the blood and sweat and tears she's put into the game over the years, and it ain't 12 players in the state better than her. It ain't. To me, I think she was one. When Shoes, we used to talk about the short list. Who would you put on your short list? And then to me, it's always that, you got your short list and then you got a bunch of kids that you can debate, just depending on, tomato, sausage, Italian sausage, or pork sausage. Hell, but Ava Young should have been on the short. Ava Young should have been, once we start to build the list, she should have been on the short list. She's too good. She's done too much. She's had too great of a career. A Division I kid who also had a tremendous summer. She had a phenomenal summer this year and got a lot of buzz. To be honest with you,
one of the best point guards I ever coached.
Yeah, she legit plays both ends of the floor. A straight serial killer. The other one is Kamora Hughes from Meridian.
Yes,
I think that another Division I kid, a senior who I think has put in a lot of work, and another kid who had a phenomenal summer. She created a lot of buzz for herself, made a big name for herself on the national stage this year, and did a tremendous. And then my third one would be, I almost want to end the freaking show when I say her name. She kid committed. The only SEC commit in the state of Mississippi right now, and that's Zaria Brown from Starkville. So those will be my three. And then there's some juniors like Malia Maxtellis and some other ones who will have a chance next year. Jayla Carrier from Harrison Central. Those are kids that'll fall in next year that you could throw in the bucket. But those were my three glaring ones.
Yeah, Kamara Hughes is one I got too. Pound for pound, better than some kids on the list. I don't get it. The kid deserving of that. So
Now, one thing I do want to say, and I kind of want people to stop saying this because I don't think it's entirely true. Um, people, I think how we can, I believe, shift this, we can stop saying stuff like, man, it really don't matter, this, that, and the other. Yes and no. I'm torn on that because, rankings don't, people say rankings don't matter, lists don't matter. Well, there's a lot of people on the, rankings that didn't make it. Yeah, but it's more that made it than did make it. So, I mean, let's not get it twisted. We rank everything. People go to Walmart versus Kroger. They are Walmart versus Target. So we go to Wendy's because I don't like McDonald's burger. So we're always ranking
And
something.
then people always doing that, EV. Like when they
But
don't
just
get
say,
something, when they don't get something,
that's right.
oh yeah, it's a downplay.
Right.
When they do get it, it's graphics being made, it's
Absolutely.
parties being made, it's parties being thrown, it's,
Yeah.
it's celebrations at the school in regard of, and it's good. But don't try to downplay when you don't get it. It's just, just use it as motivation.
That's
Like
it.
Zaria Brown, she definitely used it as motivation. She got a whole
Absolutely.
nother year. She
That's
about to
right.
be on a championship winning team. Hey, go get it. Go get it, Z. Go get it. So it's just a thing on that.
When you teach our kids to say, oh man, they say stuff like, I get so tired of hearing kids, well, I don't really care about that. You give these ESPN answers. I'm just about this. I'm about that. No. You should care. Okay, you don't think I'm that? I'm going out here. I'm going to destroy you. Next time I see you, I'm going to show you that
Yeah,
I'm one of the best players in the state. Don't
yeah.
just go out here and act like, oh, it don't matter. And then next time we see you play, you just kind of chilling. Every time that you play, you better know somebody's watching you. And I tell kids this when you go into play, at the end of the day, you better be ready to go because you don't never know who knows who. Because anytime, and this is, I'm a college women's coach, but if I come to a scene and I say this as humbly as possible, and it's a boys game, girls game, dog and cat game, you better come there to play because you never know who I can make a phone call to. And it's guys like me, it's guys like Shoes, it's guys like all these guys on here, Snacks, Eddie, Cord, who can make a phone call and say, hey man, you need to come down and see such and such. I remember the first kid that I did that with. I was a high school junior in Saginaw, Michigan. And I called the University of Detroit. I was from Clarksdale, Mississippi, moved to Saginaw, Michigan. And my teammate, a white guy who's a lawyer now, at that time, it was 1984, and I had never seen a white kid play basketball. And in my head, white people couldn't beat black people in anything. I'm just being honest with you. And so Billy Wood was his name. And when I played Billy one-on-one, Billy killed me. I was like, ooh, I done met somebody who can hoop. And he ended up playing with Derek Coleman and all these guys on this big AAU team in Detroit called the Super Friends. Y'all may have heard of Jalen Rose and Chris Webber. They all played on that team. And so when Milton Barnes came to Saginaw, Michigan, Valley Lutheran, the school I was at, he didn't come to recruit me. He came to recruit Billy Wood. And I told Milton Barnes, I said, Mr. Barnes, you need to go down to Clarksdale, Mississippi. I got two guys down there and this is me in high school, helping kids even back then. I was a high school student myself. I said, you need to go see this kid named Paul Williams, 6'8", and Anthony Duck Johnson, 6'6". The guy went down, took my word on it, went down to Clarksdale, Mississippi, and signed Paul Williams. And Duck Johnson ended up playing at McNeese State. So I've been doing this for a long time, even before I was a coach. And so what did I say that for? I said that to, when you go out and hoop, you never know who's watching you. You never know who knows who. With that being in mind, we bring in ESPN ESPY Award winner, Thomas Snack Lee. What up, Snack?
Come on, fella.
What up, EV?
Yeah, we had to get
What's
you.
word?
You came in at the right time. Shoes is getting ready to go over the Dandy. Shoes, you got the Dandy Boys list for this year?
Yeah, I got it.
So let's go ahead and go over that, and then you and Snacks can talk about the boys list. And Snacks, if you want to throw in, because Snacks just did an elite girls tournament. We can go back and go over the Bassa. And so, we talked a little bit about Madison Central's upset of Hoover in that great event that you put on. And so we can go back and backtrack on that too. But go ahead, Shoes. Let's talk about the boys list.
Okay, well, I'm going to top my head because I know what it was. Of course, you got Sam Funches. Sam Funches the fourth. Started the list off. Gonzaga Sani. And to use EV's words, no brainer. The next kid on the list was Blake Nettles at Pascagoula, Jackson State Sani. Got D1, got another D1 Sani. Behind that, we had let me see. You got the kid at St. Stanislaus.
Max Bria.
Yeah, Max Bria. Max Bria made it. He's getting a lot of looks. He's kid that a lot of people don't know about, but he's really good. I call him Tulu Smith 2.0. He really reminds me in a lot of ways of Tulu Smith. Yeah, he reminds me a lot of Tulu. I'm trying to get to my high school stuff here. Okay. You had the two guards from Starkville make it. TJ Warren and what's the shooter name next? Jaden Tate. And Jaden Tate. Both of those guys.
Right there. Jaden Tate in the building. Jaden Tate is my boy now. But
I know.
Why he's my boy now, because somebody on my team is his girl. But anyway, we ain't gonna put that out there like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, all right, Evie.
Evie, you can't be dropping them beans like that, man.
I can't drop them like that.
Evie.
I can't do that.
Come on, Evie. Don't put them out there like that, Evie.
My bad. I thought they.
You don't know who watching, man. He probably ain't popped out yet, man.
He probably ain't popped out yet, EV, man. He probably got a couple of potentials or something,
He might
I ain't got him in trouble.
I thought it was exclusive, but anyway, let's keep going.
All right. Let me see. We got who I just named.
What about Cameron Snow? Did Snow make his shoes? Cameron Snow from
Cam Snow from Meridian made it.
Kay Nottaberry.
Landon Hall from Past Christian made it. Made it. Michael Hood from Columbus made it. Caden Otterberry from Pearl made it. Even though he's not playing right now, Caden had a great summer. Was highly being highly thought of. He's supposed to be coming back mid-season. I had no problem with him, even though he's out right now. I lost count of the number. Who else? Who?
Cameron Hampton, Boonville.
Yeah, Cameron Hampton, the big kid from Boonville. Just a physical specimen, athletic, rebounding, can step out and hit a jumper. One of the more highly thought of kids in the state. Deshaun, we had two underclassmen make it. Deshaun Dillon, average 21 a game.
And Damp.
And Deshaun made it, he averaged 21, the highest thought of junior in the class. And Eric Dampier Jr., who's having a phenomenal season right now, top 3 rated player in the nation in his class. Yeah. I think that was 12, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the 12.
So that's 12.
A little bit. Okay, Snacks. Give me Shoes. You give me 2 snubs and Snack. Well, you give me 3 Shoes. You give me 3. 3 people that.
Well, snubs. I hate the word snubs because I always say it's only 12, and there's always going to be some guys that were good enough to be there to just kind of miss because of who they talk to. To me, the two biggest that I know that aren't there, for me are my big boy Starkville, McCarter. McCarter could be there, okay. And a lot of people not aware of this guy, but he's having a great season. He was MVP in the All-Star game, Junior All-Star game. Morris Robinson down in Gulfport. Morris Robinson, 6'3", 6'4", wing guard forward, having a great season down there with Gulfport so far. Started out really good this year. Those are the two biggest seniors that missed it. For me, after those two, my next couple other guys probably would have been some of the juniors in the state. The big kid at Hawthorne and South Jones probably would be my first junior to consider. But he didn't have great numbers last year, so he kind of was a supporting player. So we know how good he is. But this year he's stepping up and his numbers will be bigger. So he'll get his due next year.
Snacks, who you got? Give me 3, baby.
I'm a JPS guy, so I got to make sure that I show my guy a little.
Okay.
I would like to see Braxton Ward on there.
Okay.
I'd like to see Braxton. Somebody from the north. I'm gonna say I would like to see. I mean, arguably in the big games, I feel like Dave Verdell had a good year last year. And man, I ain't gonna lie. I like what's it called too though. Lazavian Banks is near too though. I like him.
Love him. Don't like him. Love him. Yeah, he has gotten. When you look at a kid like Lazavian Banks, I watched him since he was a freshman, and Bo has done a great job over at Lanier. Shout out to my boy Bo. Lazavian Banks is a kid that has continuously gotten better. Now he's punching on people. I mean, he's punching on guys. Right now. I mean, at the
he's been doing that for 2 years, EV.
But at the rim, I ain't see him dunk on nobody last year, but I just saw one this year where he dunked on the cat. I mean, he is athletic. He's a little guard, but he got what I call wiggle. He got some yah in his game.
Yeah, he does.
Hey in his game. I really like his game. Now let me throw out a name that I'm gonna throw out a name that when I was looking at some stuff online. I saw a couple of people and they was throwing this name out.
Samuel Prince.
Samuel Prince. Hey, I want this, Philip. You're my brother in Christ. Okay, that's his dad. Man, we got to come. I do know that some people are getting ready to go watch Sam. But man, when like the events and stuff that we have and all the big boys are around, man, just make sure you got those guys and have them to come on to play. I know Coach Brent had an event, Snacks. I mean, we have stuff. Man, just have him come out. We would love to see him because at the end of the day, I've heard a lot of great things. He's averaging 30 a game. We know how good your daughter was, who's Miriam, who's at Southern Miss. Man, we love to see him. And I know he's got some JUCO offers. Shoes, have you got a chance to see him yet?
I actually saw him late last year in the district tournament. I went down to Pelahatchie and watched him play last year. Didn't see a lot. I got there mid game. He had a good day. He had a good game, not a great game that day, but he has a knack for scoring the ball, man. He's just one of those guys that he can put that thing in the hole. What can I say about him? He got a knack for that.
Well,
he knows how to get a basket.
Anytime you put up 30 a game, that's a lot, and so I know that the Princes are doing a phenomenal job in that area down there and helping a lot of kids. I know Dr. Luther Riley has gone down there and he does some camps and stuff down there. And so, but anyway, he's a name that I'd heard. I don't know of any other. Who is a guy, and let's list this, who is a guy and a girl that we would say is underrated? Who give me 2 underrated girls. Everybody, girls. Core, give me 2 underrated girls that really nobody know about and that we need to know about right now.
Man, Lauren Norwood is Sampanola. Underrated. Really, really underrated. I don't know why. Because she's in that realm with a lot of other good players.
But she
just put up like She just put her
I
like
would
30,
like
but
to see
she's
that one.
underrated because she gets like you don't throw her in the mix when she should be in the mix. You know what I'm saying?
But she got
The
all the
girl,
equal offers. I mean, she got them all. She's a
she
top
do
20 kid.
because college coaches see it. I see it, been seen it, but I don't think the casual or a lot of people just in heart just they ain't really they don't just I just feel like she underrated and she should not be underrated.
Okay.
Um, I'm gonna tell you another really really underrated kid in the 26 class, Kaylee Estes, is really
Now I
underrated.
agree with that, even though she's in my top.
From Walnut, she's really underrated. 6'1", 6 foot kid that can shoot it, stretch, can play the game at a high level. Uh, borderline low D1, D2 kid. Uh, but Lauren Norwood just always, you know, and you play against her, she gonna give you hell. She gonna give you absolute hell. So, she one of them kids that I had to have all the time on the floor. And she gonna be one of them kids we look back like a Samara Fields and all that. We look back, she gonna be playing Division 1 ball somewhere. We're like, she doing really, really good for herself.
Mhm.
Snacks. You got any? Give me any boys or girls you want to mention.
I
Underrated.
like I like the girl down at Park Lane, Zoe Alford.
Okay, Zoe Alford.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think she I think she's known, but I don't know if she would fit the underrated. I mean, I don't
Well,
know. I
she
mean, what's y'all thought?
I like the name because everybody may not know her, even though guys like us we know of her. She's she was MAIS 5A Player of the Year. They won the overall championships last year. She's been around for a long time. You can argue she's a kid. Got a bunch of bunch of offers to play college basketball. So yeah, I like I could see her. If Core gonna use Lauren Norwood, we can definitely we definitely can say her.
Okay.
What about boys? Who's an underrated boy?
Um, I just got to get this kid. I watched me playing great right now, man. Deb Moore over at Germantown playing dynamite, playing really good ball right now. Deb Moore over at Germantown. I don't think a lot of people are, because he was kind of like the fourth wheel on the team last year, kind of the glue guy. And
Who you talking about? Who that?
huh?
Who, Devin?
Now you want to wake
Devin,
up
yeah.
and sleep the whole time over it. It's crazy, dog. You just come on the show and go to sleep. What you doing, man? But you know what?
I've been up. I heard Zoe Alpha from Snacks. I heard Cord, of course, talk about somebody from the north. That was predictable. We knew he was gonna talk about somebody from the north. That dude ain't gonna talk about nobody south of Starkville. So I knew that. I heard all of that, and I heard Shoe. I was trying to make sure he talked about Devin, man. Devin tearing the glass up every time
He
you look
teared
at
it
him.
up. That's the
Man, that
first
boy
one. He
lead the
tearing it
state
up,
in
man.
dunk.
He had 27 and 10 up in Corinth the other day. Man, he put on a show up in Corinth the other day.
Hey, I'm gonna say I like the is it I don't know what Marquis last name shoot this at Ridge.
He was my next guy. Next, he was the next guy I was gonna say. Marquise Williams over at
Yeah,
Ridge.
yeah.
And you know what? Those guys shouldn't be underrated because you're talking about 2 6'4", 6'5" athletes who are D1 prospects that are not getting the D1 looks. I think they're getting overlooked, and it's too bad because
Both of those kids are really talented.
they really are. And here's the thing.
I'm gonna tell you a boy at
Well,
Rosa
I
Fort
can tell you
right
the
now that's an
issue. I can tell you the
underclassman.
issue with both of them.
Oh, you talking about you talking about Tredarius Maxwell, TK Maxwell.
Maxwell, the Maxwell kid.
Yeah,
His
Maxwell the
dad
truth.
played at his dad played at Alcorn. Absolute truth. He's an
Who's his
underclass.
dad?
His dad, we used to call him Blue. He played at Northwest, then he played at Alcorn.
Blue. I'm trying to remember him. I should
Jules,
know him.
Jules is an Alcorn
Little
guy.
small guard. He played AAU with DeMarcus Cousins.
I think I know who
Real
you're
deal.
talking about.
Real
I think I
deal.
know who you're
And
talking
he
about.
and he just got it in his blood. And I'm telling you, if he was at any other school, like a Olive Branch or something, man,
What
man,
school
man,
is
man.
he at, Clark?
Yeah, Rosa Fort.
Roosevelt. He's a Roosevelt. Well, he's already on my top 5 list of on the
Well,
class
he all right.
of that
Okay,
class.
he getting that
He was already
notability.
on my. He was one
Yeah,
of the top five guys I listed for that class last year. I know it.
yeah,
I
he a
watched
real
him this
deal,
summer
man.
over.
Think he a
I
third kid.
watched him this summer over in Augusta, and man, he was good. He was really good.
Yeah, I think he played with Team Dandy, though.
He's averaging like 24 points. I looked the other day. He's averaging like 24 points some on the season already this year.
Yeah, he
Like close to
going crazy.
24
Every
points.
time I see it, he going crazy.
I got somebody in the chat said Corey Guyton out of Kosciuszko.
Another
Jones.
good kid. Another really good kid. Long arm combo guard.
EV,
You know, I've
can
seen
you
him
hear
play a
me?
couple
Is Shoe,
times.
we lose Shoe?
No, if you talking, I'm listening to him. Go ahead,
So we
Phil.
were talking about Corey Guyton. We were talking about Corey Guyton from
Okay.
Kosciuszko. Long arm combo. He can play on or off the ball, man. Handles it, gets to the rim, can step out and shoot it. You know, I mean, had a really good season last year. Kosciuszko was strong last year. They just got beat right before they got to Jackson. A little bit before they got to Jackson. They probably going to be one of the better teams in 4A again this year.
Who do you say, Corey Shoes? I saw you at the Lighthouse. Give me the best player at the Lighthouse. Number one player at the Lighthouse. Who was it? All day.
Eric Dampier Jr.
Ooh, that's big. I think he's, y'all, everybody knows I've been on this show and I've said great things about Eric Dampier.
Well, you know, they had those. Maybe I might be reading, because they had those grand section guys that I watched, and they just, I saw, because there was a kid on DME Wisconsin that's going to Wisconsin. So, I might be reaching a little to say Eric Dampier Jr., but out of the regular high school guys, he was the best.
I mean, regular Eric Dampier, man, can compete against anybody. He is the number 3 player in the country. I don't care who. I mean, grind session, wine session. I mean, Eric Dampier is he's the real deal. Holyfield. Yeah. I mean, I think he should be at the very least arguably the top.
Eli Ellis was there. Eli Ellis was there. He had a big game the next day. He didn't have a big one today. I was there. He had a big one the next day. So there was some good guys there playing on that grind section. But you know what I mean? Just for me, Eric was the eye catcher.
That's awesome. I'm trying to think. Corey, what about the kid? You said a kid. I'm gonna see if you can remember. You said on Olive Branch team there was a boy that you really liked. That was the real deal. Who was he?
He probably talking about that sophomore.
No, it's freshman.
I think he's gonna be a breakout.
You talking about the 6'6" freshman core?
No.
I like Caleb Nix. Caleb Nix.
Oh, yeah, Carter's little brother.
Absolute
Carter's little brother. He's a sophomore.
He ain't the little brother. His big brother. That's
the big brother. You're right. He's a sophomore. She's an 8th grader. Her big brother.
Machine, man. Then a kid of the Soto Central, I think sophomore, Hunter Avant, Soto Central, man, crazy athlete. Can really get off the ground. Can shoot it better than most people think. Man, that kid good.
Yeah, some talent throughout the state. The hard thing now is, man, it's hard to judge them off the boys, especially. It's hard to judge them off of offers, because the offers just aren't coming right now like they used to come. So you kind of gotta just look at the impact they have on the game and stats, and to me, playing on winning teams about helping your team win is valuable to me also. If anybody looks at my all-state teams at the end of the year, they're made up of a lot of guys whose teams made deep runs. Unless you were just somebody that was just dynamite, most of my guys on the all-state team are guys who really help their team win. That means a lot to me.
Let me say this, and I had an argument about a discussion, me, Corey, Eddie, and some other guys. Here's Eddie. Now this dude, man, just like he's just so disrespectful. I mean, he can't help it. But I apologize, Eddie. We apologize because we did take you out of hibernation, and so we know how it is when bears and elephants like yourself. You're a rare breed elephant. You're a bear-font. You're bear-font. And so you actually hibernate from what do you normally go from October to March, where you don't come out? And so we appreciate you coming out just to do the show. And like I think it's really big in our state this year, the 2026 class, that we had 4 Division I girls signees. And that was Francesca Keller before she left, Jada Gay, Olivia Smith, and Ava Young. In this dispensation of time of recruiting, when they don't go after high school kids, that's big. And then along with Shamira Morton, along with Kayleese Walker. So that's 6 kids from our state that is going D1, that committed and signed D1. I think that's huge for our state in this time frame when they are taking transfer kids, they're taking transfer portal kids, they're taking
Well,
college.
you really got 8 because you got the girl that signed with Southern Miss, then you got Kamara Hughes. So
More Hughes, that's right. That's 7. And then Meg Barber, that's 8. That's right. That's 8. Thank you for it. It's 8 in our state, the great 8. That's huge for our state that has signed, sealed, and delivered on the girls' side. I don't know how many on the boys' side. Shoes, how many boys? It's not that many boys.
We got, like I say, Sam signed, Blake signed. At this point, I want to say that may be the only 2 D1 signees we got now. I'm trying to think that anyone else.
Yeah, Mason just reopened his recruitment, so it really just them 2 right now.
Yeah, but you know,
and if Mason and what's the one from Hattiesburg? Ethan was still here. I have no doubt they're gonna sign D1. They're gonna sign, and they both would have been dandies, which means 2 people that made it today wouldn't have made it probably. So they both would have been dandies.
Same thing on the girls' side.
I feel girls' side. Yeah.
Fran Kelly would have made it. Fran Kelly would have made it, and others wouldn't have.
And the girl from Terry would have made it.
Oh, that's right, Madison Jones. You know, she left the state. She would have. I think she.
Who left from Terry?
Madison Jones.
Oh, Madison. Where did Madison go? I was wondering about Madison recently. I ain't heard her name. Where did she go?
She's in Texas with her mom.
Okay.
Hey, EV. Ask you something, man. You know, shoes. I was brought up when somebody invites you to the house. You know, if you offer somebody something, you should offer everybody something. And this man asked a question to y'all about underrated players. He got Ford take on Lauren Norwood. He got your take shoe, and he got Snacks take. Man, do I get to answer the question about the most underrated kid on the girls?
Yes, if you wake up, yes. You went out, now you're back with a bill of sure. Answer the question, dude. We want you to answer. But you gotta be awoke. You have to be, your eyes have to be open. Breathe. You have to be
Lakeenya Terry from Biloxi, I think, is very underrated. She's one of those guards to me that she don't do a whole lot. She ain't no stat stuffer. She not gonna, wow you with a bunch of stats, especially I've been good all night. I ain't gonna say nothing about it.
Is that the girl that
that. But anyway,
No.
No. The one that transferred was at Harrison Central. She the Alabama kid that transferred to Harrison Central. This is the kid at Biloxi.
I heard a young lady down there transferred in. It was pretty good. Somewhere. Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Evie, what you think about the girl that transferred to Laurel? The girl that's at Laurel.
Which one?
Now Snacks don't even let me finish my comment. Man, y'all have a good night.
My bad.
Snacks come in with a toothpick in his mouth like, hey, Snacks come to the show, man, an hour later with a toothpick in his mouth like he looked like he got like a real good food truck business or something.
Oh my God, man.
But now, hey, you talking about the DeBose kid? She real deal, man. She got a high motor, Snacks. Man, that kid, I saw her a couple of years ago, and I hadn't seen her since I came to your event. And shit, man, she won her and Mariah McLaurin from Northwest Rankin probably got the 2 best motors of any kids in the state. She don't stop. So yeah, she definitely add a different up to Laura. That's why I think Laura is one of the top two. They're gonna be a tough out, man. But back to my girl, man, Nakia Terry. Yeah,
Okay.
Nakia Terry got probably every JUCO offer in the state. She's a kid that I think, and y'all can quote me on this. She'll be a kid in the right situation because she's very coachable. She gonna do everything right. 2 years down the road, you can see her garnering some 4-year opportunities from Biloxi. Man, she make all the right plays. You know, she efficient. She may not take but 6 shots. She gonna make her, she shoot a high percentage. She just do a lot of stuff. So the Kenya Terry is a name that you don't know today, you probably will know in a couple of years. And the other one is a name that a lot of people know in the GTA area. Not a household name in the state, but should be. And I think she's gonna have her coming out party really this year. She's starting to and that's Michaela Sam from Louisville, Mississippi. I think is somewhat underrated as well because we talked about this the opportunity that Zaria got playing with you and playing with our 17U team. Michaela is the type of kid who is very close in talent and close in ability.
Got that D1 look.
The D1 look that she got some people on her this year. Some overflow from playing with Sanaya and some people who really was banging the phones about her. And I think she's a one that could jump up and really benefit. Also, too, that's probably a Division I kid in the making as well, because she got the eye appeal. And then another one, my last one, y'all got one, but my last one is East Rankin, man, Liz Stevens. I think is a kid too. I think sometimes we forget about her. Been doing it for a long time. A stat stuffer. I thought, to be honest with you, when this 27 class is one of the best class to me. I don't know about your take, Core, but since I've been doing it, it's probably one of the best classes we've had. I mean, you got 2 top 20 kids in the country, in Zanaya and Sanaya. But when this class started, to me, Liz Stevens was to me, she was as good as any of those girls when they came incoming freshmen. But I just don't think she gets talked about enough. So Liz Stevens is another kid who should have had strong consideration as well for Dandy doesn't. I'm going back on mute, man. I'm going back to sleep, as you say.
Oh, yeah,
Wake me up on the last take or whatever you call it, last geek or whatever.
Okay. I got a question here, Shoes, and whoever want to answer, from Larry Sanders. He says, how does the panel feel about officiating so far this year? Anybody want to touch that? As we go.
It's been solid. From what I've seen, it's been solid. It's like it is all the time. Ain't nothing changed. It is what it is.
Mrs. Sanders, what's your thoughts? If you hear that, you asked the question, you got the answer. Do you like that answer?
I don't see any difference.
Real quick, we're gonna end with this. Is who would we say last year? Let's name 2 Dandy dozens from last year on the girls and boys, and how are they doing right now? I'll start off on the board.
Now you're just making up for it.
No, I ain't making a question. I had this on my list to do. Some people have a list. So you jumping in and out of unconsciousness. I mean, it was something that I wanted to talk about. I wrote it down here, but it's okay. Let's talk about Dylan Rowe and Braylon Barnes. Those are 2 I would talk about. Dylan Rowe it seems like he is just killing at Jones Community College. I thought the kid should have been a D1 kid out of high school. I really think Southern Miss should have took him. I think they dropped the ball on it. I think he should be a Southern Miss right now. And then Braylon Barnes, you talking about a 6'5" wing. It seems like he only gets better. Those are my 2. What's your 2 boys' shoes that were Dandy dozens last year?
I'm trying to think of. I guess my the 2 rounders seem to be doing fairly well in college. Of course, Mike Williams over at Jackson. He's playing solid minutes over there for his dad. He's playing, seem to be still growing into the college game. Got to get stronger, but he's had some good moments. I want to say he had double figures last night against Kennesaw. I think I saw that. I want to say he did. I might be wrong, but and then Phil over at Mississippi College is playing big for them.
Snacks. Give me two.
You already know who my first one finna be.
I know who. Go ahead.
Jamar and Davis Flynn.
Big fella at Mississippi State.
But I know a lot of people didn't really expect him to be able to go in. I know people got their opinions about the Mississippi State team, but a lot of people ain't expect him to go in right now and be able to play as much as he played. He really been probably averaging anywhere from about 20 to 25 minutes a game as a freshman. So I think that's really good time as a freshman. Right now.
Let me stop.
You know they're playing right now. Snacks.
Yeah,
they
he got
just flashed
9.
up 2 minutes ago. He had 7 in the first half.
He got 9 and 4.
Snacks,
9 and 4. When they flashed earlier, he had 7.
Snacks, let me say something to you real quick. I want to jump in on that. That ain't just okay. That's phenomenal. For him to average 20 to 20, the minutes that he definitely exceeded my expectation. It's not about talent so much as Mississippi State giving him. That is a perfect name that you mentioned just there. Shout out to Jamarian Fleming. Go ahead, Snacks. Go ahead with him. I just wanted to let you know I'm in 2,000% agreement with you.
Oh, another guy. Tim Holiday. That's it. Itawamba.
Okay, how's he doing?
He's been doing pretty well. I think he had probably like 20, 24 in the last game that they had. He actually has been doing pretty well over there for D. Will now. So I think that's another freshman that's been doing fairly well.
Big names. Girls. Corey, give me some girls from Danny Dozen from last year. Yeah, you should have. I gave you some time to think about it.
And Jay Rucker, man, been playing solid at Austin Peay.
Hey, Rocker.
Been playing solid. Then I got to shout out my girl Nadia Norfleet. Been really putting on at Sheldon State. JUCO.
Yes, she has. Nadia Norfleet.
Yep.
Yes. Easy one. Give me two. Oh, Lord. Wake up, man. Just wake up.
Zaria Brown, Kilgore. I think she's a kid that go get some.
Is that her last name, Zaria Brown?
I'm sorry. Oh Lord, I'm sorry. Big Z. You know what I'm talking about, man.
I don't know nothing. I'm just going on what you said.
Zaria Edward, Starkville, that's Kilgore. I think she is a kid that's garnering a lot of Division I opportunities, playing one of the top JUCOs in the country. She's having a really good year. And then also, too, the steady point guard, her sidekick, Lil Mama, JoJo Wilson down at Pearl River, I think is another kid who's going to garner a lot of attention from a lot of four-year schools, having a good solid year as well. So she's learning, transitioning to, being a point guard and just, when she was in high school, she scored a lot of points and she, adjusting to actually facilitating even more and not being able to score. But I think as the season go along, they're going to need her to score to be the team that they're going to want to be. But I think she's a one Dandy Dozen last year that I think is going to go on after Pearl River and do some great things in basketball for sure.
Well, y'all know what time it is now. It is that time where we say your last geek of the day, the last geek of the night. I see you, Mario Winston. You say he surprised you, Coach Winston. I guess you're talking about Jamarian surprised you as well. I'm reading some of the comments that surprised you as well. Let's go with our last geek of the night. Corey, what's your thoughts, baby? Last geek of the night. What's your geek?
Well, everybody continue to play well. I'm getting out to more games, so looking forward to see the Tango Trail that's gonna be soon, and the matchups that's in that. So that's my last geek.
Snatch, talk to us about the Vasa, baby. That's got to be a part of your geek. We got the lineup yet, baby. We know. I see we changed locations.
Yes, sir. We're at St. Andrews this year. I got a nice little matchup that we were able to secure that I think especially on the girls side that I think y'all gonna like to see. Uh, we got we
It's too
got Starkville,
okay.
Starkville and Laurel playing each other.
Ooh,
Yep,
that's big, Snacks.
yep. We got Starkville and Laurel on the table. So I'm looking forward to that.
Woo!
And we also have Starkville and Ridgely
Boys.
on the boards.
Okay, I don't know if I get the same woo for that, but maybe shoes.
Yep.
Shoes, is that a big one? Shoes.
That'll be a really good one because they tangled this summer a couple times in the games with dynamite.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a woo.
And then you like Damp, and I know you like David a lot, David Verdell from Columbus. So I got MRA and Columbus playing each other too.
I like that. I like that, Snacks. I like that one. Because
Hmm
I'm a Columbus guy. I work here now, so Columbus is like it's kind of like I've adopted Columbus. My boy Phil over there. Yes, sir, Phil
And the
Moore.
last one I'm gonna drop on you that I think is just a really, really. I know you saw that crowd at Lanier and Jim Hill yesterday.
Hey, man, you know what?
Um,
We
and
who gonna be on that? Are we coming
hey,
too?
hey, we working on the rematch, man. Hey, everybody who got in contact with Cole Cook, man. Hey, we just waiting on him to confirm, and we gonna run it back on December 20.
Coach
We're
Cup,
gonna,
what's up, baby?
we're gonna bring the whole city up.
833 in the building, baby. 833. They say they looking for you. I heard. Our guy, Follow Me, was supposed to be on tonight. Follow me. Follow Me was supposed to be in. His name to change. We got some. Me and Follow Me got something coming out real soon. We got something for you, baby. He was supposed to be on tonight. Man, that's gonna be big. Jim Hill, real like Snacks. Them some big lineups right there, man. I can't wait. Snacks, who gonna be on? Is your boy still gonna be at the announcing? We still.
Oh, come on, yo. Hey, man, only at the bosses, man, where you gonna get not only just some good matchup, but you gonna have you a good time, man. You gonna have the hospitality room jumping, you're gonna have a good atmosphere and vibes. We're gonna have giveaways. We're gonna have a good, we're gonna do it up, man. I'm just excited. I'm ready to have everybody in the field.
I am excited, man. I'm excited to be a part, man. Thank you for just letting me be a part of that, man. That's gonna
Oh
be
yeah, man. I gotta announce who on the PA announcer. We got none other than DEV the Geeker that's gonna be announced.
man. I'm the basketball EJ Dampier. I can't. Hey, let me just say this. I don't know if we like the best play in Bossa history. We know what that was. Do we all agree what that was?
Yo, that's that Ashton McGee dunk last year.
Yeah, man, that was
Yeah, that's probably the best play in Boston history so far.
that's
Now the best crowd now in Boston history was no doubt
Oh, 2 years
Canton
ago
Raymond.
when you packed out Mississippi College.
that was Ken Raymond. Yeah, that was special.
That
That was
line wrapped around the building, man.
yeah, that was a special atmosphere, man. But I'm be honest with you. I don't know since Eddie's in and out of sleep right now. Eddie, wake up, hey buddy, wake up. Hey, you want somebody to rub your tummy? So anyway, but I don't know. That was a major atmosphere too that night. But I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't know in the state of Mississippi. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. If there's an atmosphere as hype as a JPS atmosphere when the teams are really are really good. I remember one shoes me and you at. Now, this wasn't at JPS. This is the one that I would say outside Murrah and Terry. I don't know if you remember.
Oh yeah, that night out there at Terry when it was crazy out there.
Man, I like that. But that JPS atmosphere, man, is just so dumb at times. I mean, it's so. I mean, y'all just got me caught up in the geek. Can y'all name another atmosphere outside of that that's really just hype?
Now, so a couple of years ago in the state tournament, I made it on air on one of the interviews. I said this. I felt like the Olive Branch Center Hill game atmosphere at the Coliseum, which I called it JPS's. The Olive Branch Center Hill atmosphere a few years back.
Yeah,
When
there
they
was
had
there was some
DJ
nasty,
Jeffrey,
there was
those
some
guys,
nasty
that
atmosphere
game
right there, boy.
had a JPS Field atmosphere to it.
Well, I think what happens with the JPS, man, is just the gym capacity only supposed to be 200. The fire marshal should be coming in to shut the gyms down because it'd be about 800 folks, 1,200 people in a 200 capacity gym. So once you got people on top of each other, it just gives it a different type of thing. But Raymond and Clinton, back in the day, used to always have some good atmospheres too. But
well, Raymond Terry is in that atmosphere.
now
Every time they play, it's crazy.
Raymond bring a good crowd. Mario Winston said, we got to go. Coach Winston said every game when he played at Wingfield was filled with fans on the floor. At Wingfield back in the day. Shout out to old Wingfield. Wingfield, unfortunately, is no longer with us. But they have closed down. But they did have some. That was a nice atmosphere. Raymond Terry is a nice atmosphere. Cord, anything up north that had a good atmosphere up north where you were? I know you went to Hernando. Did y'all have any atmosphere, or did y'all have just an air conditioner?
You so funny.
I think Columbus knew. I think Columbus atmosphere when they played. I don't know if they played the last 2 years.
They gonna play this year though, so I'm gonna be at that.
Yeah, but Shoes did say that Olive Branch Center Hill it was a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
But listen, I just put on one of the biggest alumni games in history, man. So we brought back that nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? 2,000 folks in the gym, dog. So I don't want to hear it, EV.
Yeah, I don't want to. I want you to. You brought that up, and in the court of law, when you open up a can of worms, now you get people to ask other questions. But I'm gonna let you ride on that one.
Yeah, let me ride. Let me ride, EV. Let me ride. I'm down, man.
Talk about what else happened at the game. Anyway, let's go ahead, Eddie. Give us your last geek of the evening.
Hey, first of all, shout out to your Snacks with your event, man. You run a first class event, brother. You do a great job of orchestrating it and putting up some good matchups. And what you're doing in the state, brother, is something that makes us all excited and gets us going, man. You're doing it the right way. So kudos to you and what you're doing. Let me encourage some of these young ladies and young men who didn't make the Dandy Dozen. Just prepare you in life. Sometimes you're gonna be in a situation where you feel like you might be deserving of that job promotion, and one of your coworkers got the promotion over you, and you've been there longer, and you deserving of it, but they got that promotion. You just got to keep working. Sometimes in life, it could flip flop where you get a promotion that you don't deserve. You might get something premature that you're not deserving of. And so that's just the way life works sometimes. You might feel like, you are better fit for whatever, and it don't come when you want it. And it may not ever come, but at the end of the day, continue to work, continue to build on your craft, and you can't miss what, I know you will go biblical and bring a Bible scripture in it, but you can't miss, I believe you can't miss what's for you. If it's meant to be, it's going to happen. So, but anyway, continue to work and continue to improve your game and go out and do your best, and then let God do the rest.
Shoes.
First of all, I want to say congratulations to all the young men and young women who made the Dandy Dozen. Keep working. Don't let it go to your head. Keep working. There's still a lot more out there for you to strive for. Those that didn't make it, keep working. Use it as motivation. To get better, to show people that if you felt you should have been there, go out and use it for motivation. And I just look forward to the rest to the season really picking up steam. Got a couple of other events coming up. You mentioned the Rumble. What's that up in Pontotoc? We got the event in Pontotoc coming up in about a week, and we got what you say?
Tangle on the Trail.
Yeah, the Tango on the Trail. We got the Bassa coming up. You know, and then you get up into the holiday season. I always go down to Gulfport tournament. They have a nice one going on in Shoba Central this year. You know, I look forward to those events. Get to see a lot of guys, a lot of kids in one spot. So I'm just ready for the season to pick up steam. I'm just looking excited for the season to pick up steam.
Yes. Well, I just want to say appreciate all of you guys jumping on tonight. Shout out to everybody been patient. Several people been asking about, man, when y'all gonna do another show? We back. You know, everybody's been kind of busy, and we're gonna try our best to stay consistent. Be a little bit more. If you would, man, send us some send me some DMs and inboxes what you'd like to see. We're gonna have some kids on to finish the year. I want to shout out to some college players. I got a chance to see some JUCOs. I want to give a shout out to Denise Faulkner, who's doing a great job down at Kahoma Community College, one of the toughest jobs in the state. She's got them off to an 8-0 start, doing a great job. Just kind of wanted to bring her coach. Oh God, I can't pronounce her name. At Meridian on the women's side community college. She's got them off to a great start. I'll mess the name up, so I don't want to say it. Somebody want to help me with the name. But anyway, she's doing a great job at Meridian Community College.
McGillberry,
yes. She's doing a great job. Got them off to a 7-1 start. Shanae Govett Williams that came from Kahoma has Pearl River off to a 5-1 start. Just mentioned some JUCOs. Tan Banks 5-2 at Mississippi Delta. Deshaun Ruffin had 20 against Kennesaw State yesterday. Josh Hubbard, what his numbers looking like? Snacks. I know he's getting all the accolades at Mississippi State. What Josh doing right now? 20 what?
Yeah, he averaging right at, I think, about 23, right at 23, 24 game.
Yeah, Josh Hubbard putting on for the state. Just, when you can't really go or show without mentioning somebody like a Josh Hubbard, high character kid. Obviously one of my favorite kids of all time that I've hyped up, that I love at Texas playing well. Madison Booker got Texas either number 2 or number 1. They've had some big wins here. I think they beat South Carolina and USC recently, and future pro. And I'm not gonna go on it strong, but I remember, I saw Blake Levine ask the question, and we ain't gonna stay there because we're at the end because we'll start a whole nother conversation. Could she be the number 1 player to ever come out of Mississippi? And I remember I asked that question years ago about her being a top 5 player to ever come out of Mississippi. I wasn't gonna say number 1. And it was just amazing to me how many people still talk about, like I saw a comment saying that was disrespectful. And I don't know how you can say it's disrespectful. The young lady's 6'2". She is the first ever in the history of the Big 12 last year, when they were in the Big 12, for a freshman to win Big 12 of the year, player of the year. Then she comes back to the SEC and wins it again. So that is that's not a bad conversation, at least. I mean, we can at least talk about it. I know we got, like Eddie talks about all the time, his consensus number 1 is LaToya Thomas. He's been consistent with that. But I don't think putting her and Madison Booker and LaToya Thomas in the same breath is disrespectful. And I'll jump, as Eddie say, I'll get off my soapbox on that. But anyway, it's good to see that. It's good to see India Bourne having a great career at good year this year at Arkansas Pine Bluff. And another young lady, the twins score. What's one of them named? Maddie. Micah.
Odell.
Micah Odell. I saw her have 15 points for Mercer against Jackson State. And these are all young kids that came from our state. Samari Fields is doing well at Old Dominion. Just think about some kids that we may not think about What are some boys' shoes that need a shout out to that's playing pretty good that we hadn't mentioned? Shoe snacks, y'all help me out.
Um, let's see what we got out of Snacks. I'm
I
trying to
say
think of
Trey,
who
Dorian.
they won.
Trey Ford, Michigan State, man. I
Yeah,
got to give a shout out to
yeah.
Trey playing pretty decent.
Let me say this about him, and then I'm gonna move. We're gonna say who you gonna say?
I'm
Dorian.
sorry, Steve. I just had
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna
throw
say
that in. That's my little
Dorian
nephew, man.
McMillan.
I'm sorry, Steve. I had to give him a shout out.
Yeah, Dorian McMillan. Was you gonna say that shoe snacks?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Dorian.
Yeah.
Dorian.
Dorian had a good season. Dorian had a strong season.
I'm excited about Dorian because Dorian. I saw. It's amazing these kids they grow up. I saw Dorian snacks. And make sure you tell them
Hey,
that.
we don't need a story, man. Hey, let Shoes answer the question. Maybe we can tell another story, man, at 10:36.
Tell the story because I want Snacks to go back and tell Dorian this because I know he talks to him. Dorian coming out party was at the Talkin Hoops showcase where he won MVP and we geeked him. I don't know if y'all remember that. In the first showcase we ever did, Dorian McMillan was our MVP in that class. That was the first time on our state scene. First time people seen him. I seen him the other day at a Mississippi College game, and man, if he didn't big time me Snacks, like. Oh yeah, what up, young fella? Like, it's me. It's the same guy that handed you. But anyway, I'm just messing with you now. It's good. But anyway, for Eddie Young and his sleepy self, man, he just disrespected
I
y'all.
can Shoes answer the question, man. You asked Shoes who was a player that's from our state that's
Well,
doing well.
Eddie, you threw the one out I was gonna throw.
He already said it. So he done moved on. So you got to be when you are when you in this seat here, you can recognize.
I don't want to hear. Hey, Shoes, how's the boy at LSU doing? What you call him? How you doing?
He bounced back. He's playing really well for LSU. Yeah, he's bounced back. That's another one
Yeah,
playing really well.
he out for season shoe.
Yeah, he just tore his Achilles.
He tore it again.
Jalen Reed.
What?
When did that happen?
That
He
just
was playing
happened
really well before he tore it.
Yeah, last week.
Oh man, I did not
Yeah, he
realize
had been
that.
playing well though. He had been
He
playing
had been
well.
playing really well. And I was trying to see if there anybody else I could think of that just jumped out at me.
Hey, Tamara Hoover from Yazoo had two double figure games. He hadn't been playing very much at the beginning of the season, but he had like 19 against Arkansas. I mean, they didn't win, but he did show some flashes that
Yeah, he stepped up and been playing well for him.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's big. Well, hey, listen, if you guys want to come on the show, if you want to have topics that you want to talk about, let us know. We're going to be a little bit more consistent. It's either going to be me, it's going to be one of these guys, because we want to get it out there. I mean, people been hitting me up. I've had certain people hit me up every day. Man, when you going to do a show? When you going to do a show? When you going to do a show?
EV, before you end too, I got to make sure it's two more guys that I can't even get off without shouting them out.
Go ahead.
I got to shout out George Marshall that's been playing very well at
Morehead State. Good job,
George.
And I got to shout out Kemoney Hamilton. He's been having some good games at UNLV.
I lay you on Kemoney Hamilton. I lay you on George Marshall. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Both those guys.
That son of Tang Hamilton.
Yeah.
Grandson of Mr. Hamilton.
Hey, Shoes, have you seen any of Mark Jones? What Mark Jones been doing?
Stephen Hamilton.
What Mark Jones been doing in Texas State?
Mark is playing well at Texas State.
Hey, give me a
He's playing well.
That's what he's been doing.
Oh, hey, and one more. I'm sorry, I'm done. I promise I'm done for the night. He ain't nothing but a top 5 rebounder in the country right now. That's from Mississippi as well. Cornelius Williams. You know he played on Mebo with us. So
yeah, up in North Alabama. He up in North Al. He's at North Al.
Yep, he averaging a double right now.
Okay, yeah. I remember the reason I remember that was Kason Burke's big time recruit. He was gonna pull in at Jackson State before, Kason left. Shout out to my boy Burke, one of the top assistants in the country. Big reason that the coach at Morehead State got the James Madison job because of Kason Burke. But anyway,
he's the reason George Marshall. He's the reason George Marshall up there.
George Marshall there. He's the reason a lot of cats are where they are. Shout out to Kason Burke. Shout out to my boy Trey Johnson over at Jackson State. These are my guys. Shout out to the best big man coach. One of the best big man coaches. Give me the name. Adams.
Tyler.
Tyler did a good job.
And I know some people gonna be like, man, you ain't mentioned me, EB. Hey, I'm sorry. Just when your listen, it wasn't your night tonight to be mentioned. But we're gonna the next time. I promise you. And so for Cordarius Jones, Snacks, the easy one, and Shoes Johnson, I'm Evie, Coach Evie, Pastor Evie saying good night and see you the next time. Peace.